Hey, welcome back. It's been a long time, but this is episode 87 of the Part-Time Players podcast. My name is Reece and I am joined as always by Bradley Seeley.
Hello, yes, we're back. It's been what we just said. You need 4th of April was the last time we released the podcast.
I know.
So hopefully people will still download and remember us.
We didn't die. It's like there's a memorial or something.
Yeah, just kind of you would think maybe completed for Horizon Forbidden West, completed Fallen Order, done all that. I haven't. No,
I'm not surprised, and I feel like anybody that's listened to this podcast before is not surprised. They might be surprised to know that I also haven't beaten Horizon or got any further or not platinumed it, although I kind of thought I would have, but I haven't. I haven't at all. I haven't really played that many games at all. Not even Destiny. I've stopped, although I was playing it this morning because the season's coming to the end on Tuesday or tomorrow as this releases. And I don't know. So, all the live service things, once you get to the back end, it's just kind of like, I've done everything. I'm happy to have a break for like a month or a couple of weeks until, and the Destiny model at the moment seems to be, because of where the seasons land, there's like a seasonal event at the end. And because they're like free events, they're just grindy things that I don't really need a part of. And to be fair, there's normally like a nice armor involved. And because of microtransactions, you can just buy it straight up front and not grind for it. So I just immediately, some people don't like microtransactions in Destiny, I just buy the armor. And I was like, oh, well, that's the event done. That's good.
I'm sorry, Reece. Can you just cover for me? Because I've got my phone is ringing.
Oh, great. Great start.
I know. I'm going to mute myself. And then you cover.
All right. We'll keep going, I guess. Or we can pause it. Let's just pause. Well, that's the power of the pause button.
Yes.
I was talking about Destiny before you got your phone call.
Mm-hmm.
Apparently Brad doesn't pay for his bills, and it was the repo men.
Yep.
And they've taken his PlayStation and stuff. It's gone. Yeah.
So, I'm sorry.
Unfortunately, it was a good video. I watched the entire thing. Brad tried fighting them off, and there was a bit of a scrap. But here we are.
Yeah.
Here to continue doing the podcast. But I was listening to something. I can't remember who it was, and it was like a gaming podcast, and they were talking about like people that feel like they're like not falling out of love with games, but getting a little bit bored of it. And I think it might have been David Jaffe, who used to work at Santa Monica. He was like the director of the original God of War and stuff. And he said there hasn't really been much like development in terms of mechanics. And what you do in games, it seems to be a lot of the direction recently is to do with like visuals and fidelity and stuff. But at the end of the day, you're still doing the same things. And then once you start playing the game, the visuals just become the norm. But yet you're still doing the same thing. And how many times can you do it? And they kind of use the analogy of, if you watched the same film, but there was better graphics and different actors in it, how many times could you watch that movie? Until you got bored. It's the same with gaming.
Especially when you think that if you play a PlayStation 3 game at first, you're like, oh, this looks a bit choppy. But after a while, you get used to it, and it just looks normal. So I know what you mean. the only game I have been playing is Pokemon Leaf Green on my Game Boy Advance. That's what I've gone back. I'm kicking it old school.
Yeah.
I went on holiday recently. I took it on holiday to play while my wife was sunbathing, but it's so bright. The sun I never knew this because we live in England. The sun is so bright, you can't actually see the screen, so I couldn't play it anyway. So it was redundant.
Yeah, all right.
But that's really all I've been playing. And I was speaking to you about it. It's kind of, if I got some downtime, I don't know why recently I just can't bring myself to play anything. It's odd. Not that I don't enjoy it. It's just I haven't got a game at the moment that's gripping me. That's really, making me want to play. So,
Destiny seems to be the only thing recently that's done that, and obviously that is quite repetitive. But I kind of like the gameplay loop, if that makes sense. Where other games like Horizon, there's nothing wrong with Horizon. I think it's fantastic, but there isn't much different to it from the original or any other open world game. And I was playing, I don't know, Assassin's Creed Valhalla for like many hours before. Do you know what I mean? Like those open world games are the tick box, and the side missions. You talk to them, and you got to do this mission, and it's kind of like, it's one of these again. I've done this game 50 times. It's the prettiest version out of all of them, but I've done this game 50 times. Yeah. And it just makes you think, I feel like we need to, like, this generation maybe evolve, because I feel like since PS3 and PS4, both of those generations, like, we'll talk about Gotham Knights in a bit, and obviously it's been, like, spoiler alert for the news in a bit, obviously they've cancelled the previous gen versions, but I watched the recent gameplay thing, and I look and I think, I don't know why this can't run on PS3, let alone PS4. Like, it doesn't look any more advanced than, like, Arkham City that we played, or like almost like DC. You almost remind me a little bit of like DC Universe Online as well, which was also on PS3. And I think, why couldn't this not run on the PS3, let alone PS4? But yet it only can run on the PS5, which makes me a little bit concerned of the quality of the game. But we can talk a little bit more about that in a bit. But yeah, that's kind of where I'm at the moment with games. I hope there's like a game that really, which maybe Elden Ring was supposed to be that, because obviously it's supposed to be, but it's
because I like games as an event. When a big game launches, is an event. So Fallout, for me, when Fallout 4 released, it was a big event. And the next one after that really was Red Dead Redemption 2. That was big. It was everywhere. It kind of broke out of just gaming, and it was, it was like, it was everywhere. It was on the news, and for me, and there was memes going around that, I could, it's just, it was, and for me, I knew I was going to sink so many hours into this game, and so I did. I loved it, and it was brilliant. There hasn't really been another big one like that for me since. I enjoyed Spider-Man. I enjoyed Miles Morales. I'm enjoying Jedi Fallen Order, but it's it's nothing like. So I thought Cyberpunk would be it, but obviously that kind of didn't happen. So
sure. Did you get into Witcher, right? Did you get into The Witcher?
Yeah, The Witcher. Yeah, that was, I got The Witcher on the Switch. I said before, but I need a good story, driven game. Yeah,
you like a good story, like a long RPG, don't you? All your games are always like RPGs, but
I do like a good, nice story. So, that's what I need.
But then again, I would contradict myself, because I'm also looking forward to a lot of like remakes and remasters that the games I've already played. Like, I would probably rebuy. Well, I'm going to probably rebuy Prince of Persia once it eventually comes out, or KOTOR as also. Do you know what I mean? Like, games that I've played many times, I'll replay it.
Yeah.
Although it's just visually going to look better, probably, and might play a little slightly different. But
that's like me. Like last year, the game I played the most throughout the year, the whole year last year was Mass Effect. So that was something I played before. But obviously we're going to talk about Elden Ring. Neither of us have played that again yet. We're going to talk about Starfield later on, but that might have been another big one for me. But
could have been.
We'll talk about that soon.
We've got some big news stories. Obviously, we're kind of catching up a little bit on the last month of news that we've missed. So we'll be going through the details of PS Plus Extra and Premium. Obviously, on the PS Plug, quite recently they listed. Well, I don't think it's all of them, because there's like 200 or 300 they said they were going to be on the service from day one. And there's like a short list. We won't go through all of them, but we'll go through some highlights and our thoughts on the service and comparisons and what we think is going to be successful or not. We're going to have a little discussion whether or not we think God of War is coming in 2022, because obviously there's still no announcement. And next news story will be about Embracer Group. They recently bought the Western studios for Square Enix, which is quite interesting, for $300 million. Also, we're going to talk about Gotham Knights, like I mentioned earlier. There's a gameplay demo trailer thing, and we'll just say our thoughts and discuss some Ubisoft stuff. So Prince of Persia remake update. Also, Assassin's Creed has been leaked, the next one, and also some update on what the big next one, which is supposed to be Infinity. And then finally, obviously, like Brad said, the news that Bethesda have confirmed that Starfield and also their other big game that was coming out this year, Redfall, have both been delayed until next year. We're also going to be discussing that, also discuss what it means for Xbox, because I believe they have no big AAA games coming out this year now, which is a big blow for them. And also Halo and the state of Halo, the fact that they have to extend the season 2 for 6 months once again. And with someone who plays a seasonal model game with Destiny, and it only goes on for 3 months, and I obviously are kind of fall off at the tail end. A lot of people do.
Yeah.
To keep people interested for 6 months, half a year, it's almost impossible, practically, especially when the game is just launched, is a bit bare. Maybe in a couple of years, like Destiny's in like year 4, year 5 or so. It's a little bit different. But it certainly needs some love. So if you can like and subscribe to the podcast, that would be great. Obviously, on any podcast platform, that would be brilliant. We are, as you may not know, or if you're on it already, you would know, we're going to relaunch our video version on YouTube to go over to part-time. Exactly. They want to see what we look like. It's been 6 months, maybe 6 months. At the beginning of the year, I feel like we stopped doing it. So yeah, go over to Part-Time Players Pod on YouTube and you can see that again. Obviously, please like and subscribe. We're trying to reboot it and bring back the views. It's going to be difficult because I think the algorithms are truly against us at the moment. So
yeah, we're dead in the water, to be fair. So yeah, if you do like, listening to us and watching, YouTube is the place to be. So
it is definitely is. Gone on to the first news story, which is about PlayStation Plus. So we're just going to go into the details of extra and premium. Obviously, we already discussed what Essential is. Essential is basically what PS Plus is right now. It's not changed. Price hasn't changed. And if you got PS Plus right now, it will just roll straight over to this service. With extra, obviously, you get the... Is that where you start getting the games, or is that just in premium? I can't remember what you get extra. It's been a while since I looked. Is it just
PlayStation Plus Extra and Premium Deluxe plans? So it's got some. I think it's you get the PS4 and PS5 games on Extra, but you don't get the PS3
backwards
games onto unless you get Premium.
Sure.
Yeah, that's and for me, if I did upgrade, I'd probably only go to Extra. I think I wouldn't go to Deluxe.
Yeah, I think Extra is where the good point is. Although I quite liked the game trials, and I feel like there were. I don't know if it was you was discussing it or other Brad
before,
and it's kind of like that should almost be on tier 1, really, because the hardcore that would probably subscribe to the highest tier I probably got the games already.
Yeah,
but then do you know what I mean? It's like I feel like this may be where the service wins and fails, because only the hardcore are probably going to go for the premium, and yet they've probably got all the games and don't benefit from anything from premium. So then why would you subscribe to it? So then it makes you think, who is premium for? Because the things that are on premium are for people that don't really play that often and giving them value for money. But it's the most, I don't know, it's kind of a bit of a contradictory service.
Get people, this, I don't know what the stats would be, but if you've got the PlayStation Plus Essential and you're getting the free trials, surely if you play a game and you like it, you're more likely to buy the full price game. So you would think they'd give people on the lower tier that benefit, but maybe they will, maybe they'll realize. But it's looking at some of the games for PlayStation Extra, they do look quite good. You got a few on there. There's quite a lot on there I've noticed that have already been on PlayStation Plus in the past. So
not surprising though.
Maybe you still already got them in your library.
Standouts for me that they've put on there is like Returnal, which is a fairly newish game. I think the director's cut of like Death Stranding and director's cut of Ghost of Tsushima also is on there, which I guess you will benefit from.
I'd benefit exactly. I didn't end up buying that.
One I'm a little bit surprised by that we've got the PS5 version of Miles, but not of the original Spider-Man, just PS4. That was one thing that jumped out to me, because I don't have the PS5 version, and I thought, can I just download it and get the plat? And it's not there. And I was like, damn. That's annoying. So,
One for me on the third-party list is Marvel's Guardians of the Galaxy, because I was close to buying that anyway. So, that'd be good. You got what was the other one on there? Hollow Knight. I ain't gonna complete it though, because it's super difficult. Red Dead Redemption 2, quite a big one. The Division.
That is a big one to have.
The Division's odd.
Not
even
2.
Division 2. It's just the Division. So that one.
I believe, and I didn't actually include it in the news, and I guess I should have. I'm pretty sure Ubisoft announced that Ubisoft Plus or whatever their subscription service is going to actually be a part of Deluxe.
Oh, okay.
So I don't know if Division 2 and all those extras are on that.
Yeah.
And so it is. I don't know if it's a discount or it's just free. If you just, I don't know what the details are. I haven't really looked into it. It's probably a similar deal because I think they're on Game Pass as well, right?
Mm-hmm.
Ubisoft thing, similar to like EA. So yeah.
Yeah, you got Medieval. That's pretty cool. That was like a little remake, wasn't it? Or remaster. That might be fun. The Last Guardian. I'm pretty sure that was on PlayStation Plus. The Last of Us Remastered. I've got, most of us have got that. But there's some good games on there. Horizon, Infamous First Light and Second Son. Knack, one of the very first PlayStation 4 games. I think I played a demo of that before the PlayStation 4 came out at EGX.
Really?
That was a long time
ago. I never played Knack.
God of War. So there's quite a good few games on there. Backwards compatibility, so classic games. PlayStation Studios, you've got Ape Escape, Hot Shots Golf, IQ Intelligence Cube, Jumping Flash, Siphon Filter, and Super Stardust Portable. So it's
not an exciting list for me personally.
No,
I'm sure they just says this is just a selection and there's going to be more, but you would think they would have been able to list 6 better games than that. Ape Escape, I get that's a big game just because of the
filter.
Yeah, that is also a big game. But Ape Escape would be like the first game to use like DualShock or the analog sticks, right? So in the history of PlayStation, if PlayStation fans obviously know that, but all right. Tekken 2, once again, big at the time, but I don't know.
I think Tekken 3 was the best Tekken.
I can't remember personally, but
you got some good PS2 games on here. We've got all the Jacks and Jack X Combat Racing.
Yeah.
So they're good. Jack and Daxter Precursor Legacies for is like the PS4 version. That was my very first platinum Jack and Daxter and Precursor Legacy.
Oh, okay, nice. That's cool. Yeah, I've never played a Jack and Daxter, so if I do decide to give Deluxe a go, which might be just a little like trial just to see how it is, I will probably play some of the Jack games.
Jack and Daxter 1 is good. I didn't like 2 and 3 very much, but it's good. You've got third-party games. You've got BioShock Remastered. Again, that was on PlayStation Plus a little while ago. Borderlands: The Handsome Collection. So there's a lot of games there. If you Bulletstorm Full Clip Edition. That's just a fun game. Bulletstorm. I really enjoyed that when I played it years ago.
I never played Bulletstorm, I don't think.
I was really good.
I feel like I got most of these because, like you said earlier, these have been on PS Plus at some point, and they just sat in my library. So, and I've not even played them then.
Yeah, Kingdoms of Amalur was on PlayStation Plus a few months ago, and Harry Potter Collection. So the
Lego one,
yeah, that's pretty cool. And then we're going to PlayStation 3. The one I did know is Eco. Obviously, that's a good game. Your Infamous 1 and 2 and Infamous Festival of Blood.
Sure.
And I noticed that you've got Resistance 3, but not Resistance 1 and 2, which is odd.
Yeah, if that is, well, I think it's just a selection, right? If they're not actually on there, that would be quite strange. I expect that they will be, and they're just not listed.
Yeah.
Because, although Resistance 3, was that like a launch game?
For PS3,
because I feel like I got it with my PlayStation 3.
Resistance 1 was a PS3 launch game.
Oh,
all 3 of them come out on the PS3.
On PS3, okay. I knew I got one with my original fat PlayStation 3. Okay, cool.
That was that was my game. That's the game I got with my PS3.
How did you get Resistance as well? Yeah,
it's really good.
It was.
I remember looking at it going. I remember taking pictures of it on my old phone. Christ knows what phone I had back then, but I was like, look how good the picture is, and it's like, what?
Yeah.
And Fear, is it under the third party? I know that was quite a popular horror game. I think there were 2 of them as well.
Yeah, I think Fear 2, which was on PS4, right? Was that a PS Plus game?
Might have been.
I feel like I got that on my library, but I've never played it. But
this one's interesting. Red Dead Redemption Undead Nightmare, because I never did finish it, so I have that as a standalone. So I remember they did release it as a standalone. You used to be able to buy it on disc, back in the day. So
I never. It's one of the greatest DLCs ever, isn't it? I never finished it. I've only played the beginning.
Yeah, it was really good. So we've got now. So that's just a selection. We don't want to bore you with a whole list. If you want to check it out, go play PlayStation blog. they've got them all listed there. And like you say, there must be more coming because that's not a list of 700 or whatever they've wanted. So
yeah, they said there's loads that are going to be on there. The game trials that are listed, there's only 2 first party, which is Uncharted Legacy of the Thieves Collection and Horizon Forbidden West. I do believe, before we say the third party ones, that Sony said all future games being released are over $35. They said $35 has to offer a game the trial. So obviously this list is going to grow quite quickly.
Yeah. And for the third party ones, we've got Cyberpunk 2077, Farming, that's a random one, Farming Simulator 22, Tiny Tina's Wonderland, and WWE 2K22.
Yeah.
So that's the trials. So you know what else I didn't notice wasn't on there? I would have really thought Ratchet and Clank would have been on there. I thought that might have been one of the games for extra to get people, because I know it's only a year old, but it's well received, and I think that might have got people interested. I would have been interested because I do want to play it.
I think it will not launch, but it will be there.
Yeah.
Hence, underneath it says new games added regularly, and I think PS Plus Essential monthly refresh. It's going to be the same first Tuesday of the month, same as what it is now.
Yeah.
But then they've also got the extra and the premium, where there's an additional monthly refresh in the middle of the month, where new games get added and stuff. So it might be a rotation.
Yeah.
I imagine September, maybe just before. Yeah, I imagine they will be like, oh, here's Ratchet and Clank, or here's Deathloop, or what other games came out last year on PS5. There's only a few, so
not a lot. Yeah. Oh, I forgot to mention Demon Souls. The PS5 version of Demon Souls is on there as well.
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
Never played. People say it's really good. Will I end up playing it? Probably not because it's too hard, but it's there. So yeah,
sure. So launch dates for the people in Asia: 24th of May, Japan the 2nd of June, North America and South America at the same time is going to be the 13th of June, and in Europe, which unfortunately is us, and last with Australia and New Zealand, the 23rd of June. So we've almost still got another month to go. So yeah.
No, we just have to wait. I've got enough games to keep me going. So
I don't play games, so I don't care anymore.
Yeah, no, I don't know we're doing gaming podcasts anymore because neither of us play games. So
yeah, but, Destiny launches tomorrow when it launches. So new season. So I'll play that.
Okay, sweet. On to the next news story, shall we go?
Yes. And it's about God of War. Sticking with PlayStation.
Is God of War coming out in 2022?
Yeah. Not news. It's just a discussion of what we wondering whether or not we think it is or it isn't. Santa Monica did actually, funnily enough, since we last spoke, I think they updated their Twitter page saying come into PS5, PS4 in 2022, which is like, you think that would mean something, but I feel like it doesn't mean anything. No. It's like, all right, you've updated your Twitter page. Say it.
Yeah.
You won't say it.
So. It's nearly June. You'd think they'd really be going, like, there's a lot of rumor going, there's going for a September release window. Like next week is June. So you'd think, not next week, the week after, sorry, they'd have a date or a month, at least a month of when it's coming out. But it's still,
it's so close now, they'd have to give an actual date. But then the game, what does that mean after Starfield? They gave us an actual date, like over a year out, and that's not did it? So
yeah, I think they did it an actual year, didn't they? And it was going to be like, it's going to come out the same day as the original Skyrim got released.
Yeah, the anniversary. Yeah.
So it's I wouldn't be surprised if it doesn't. If I'm honest with you, I remember they saying it was going to come out in 2021. Remember that? And I was like, there's no way in hell it's coming out in 2021. And now, I just wouldn't be surprised if it doesn't come out. It's the lack of any sort of date, or even not even like a third quarter, fourth quarter, nothing. It's just 2022. So vague. So
sure. I'm on the fence, although I'm now edging towards not making it. And it's actually got nothing to do with them, and it's to do with Starfield and Xbox not having anything. And strategy wise, they probably think, do we need any more games? For them as a first party, with the release of Horizon and GT7, they probably feel like, oh, well, we kind of won this year against Xbox. We've sold more. We've already beaten with in terms of games and quality. Should we save our big hit for next year and give everybody a little bit more time? And that's why I think they might do it. our strategy.
I think we talked about this on the last episode, didn't we? Yeah, like it would have been the third big first party release of this year. After God of War, we know Spider-Man 2 and we know Wolverine's coming. We know they've got first party games, but again, no dates. Like we don't even have a year. Like we don't know what year they're supposed to be coming out in. So yeah, it would make more sense for them to hold off, release it spring 2023. Like you say, go up against Starfield.
And that's only because of delays, right? Like all three of those were originally supposed to come out in 2022. I can't remember if GT7 was, but obviously Horizon definitely was, and God of War, like you said, was.
It was 2021, yeah. But I think GT, I don't know. I don't know.
Oh yeah, 21. Sorry, we're in 22 now.
And I know GT7 had a bit of it's been having issues. I don't know if there's better now. I don't play it. I don't really follow it, but yeah, it makes sense for him to hold it off, and especially as they're not giving a date. I just can't. It's a shame because I'm really looking forward to playing it, but you know what you do is.
That's a game that I would like to give a go at. I hope that gets added to the service, which I'm sure it will in like a year's time.
Yeah.
It's not a game that I would buy, but I always look at it and I'm like, ooh, I wouldn't mind giving it a go. Like, see how nice the cars look.
GT,
yeah, GT, yeah. I would download it. It's the same as I would probably download Demon Souls just to see how good it looks.
So it goes, yeah.
Yeah, but it's not one I would buy.
But God of War, I just don't think, maybe our listeners can let us know your opinion, comment on our YouTube or social media, but I personally don't think it's coming. And if I was a betting man, I'd put money on it, but
yeah.
So
yeah.
But yeah.
Well, you shaved your hair. It does come out this year. Is that how confident you are?
No.
You're not that confident. Right.
If it comes out, I get to play it. If it doesn't come out, I'll just wait till next year. It's
well, that's a given. I don't think that's a bet of yourself.
Unless it's
reality.
2024, maybe. So.
No, I don't see that.
Yeah, but yeah, it's a shame, but that's what that's what I'm saying. No, it's not coming out this year.
I kind of can't say it to myself, so I'm just going to be in denial and say I'm on the fence.
Okay, yeah, that's good though because we're 50-50. So
yeah, but I kind of am now. I don't know. It's because they're so quiet about everything. If there was like a rumor or a leak or something that there's going to be a PlayStation like showcase soon.
Yeah.
But the last couple of years, they haven't bothered doing one in June. Like they kind of kept it completely away from E3 and they've waited till like August. But we can't wait till August, September for their showcase because that's when it's meant to be coming out. So surely there's got to be something in June.
Yeah.
There has to be a state of play just for God of War in June.
Yeah. Yeah.
But maybe there will be, maybe there won't. I have no idea. But there's a lot of things they could announce.
Yeah.
That has no dates or needs updates with or been delayed and you don't know much about it. It's hard to know what's going on. But I guess we have to wait and see. The next news story is the Embracer Group have bought the Western studios from Square Enix. So that includes Crystal Dynamics, Eidos Montreal, and Crystal Enix Montreal, which I guess they'll have to change their name. They've obviously bought over 300 million in cash. It also includes the IPs have also gone over like Tomb Raider, Deus Ex, Legacy of Kain. There's some others, but they were the big ones, I felt.
Legacy of Kain have done nothing with since PlayStation 1, have they? So that's this kind of...
Maybe they get another one rebooted. You never know. What's your obviously thought? There was obviously big rumors about Sony potentially buying Square Enix. Does this make them more attractive that they've sold some of their Western studios or less, or do you think it's more likely, less likely, or
I don't know, what do you think? You could see it as they've sold some of their Western studios so they could buy them for less, but they've also been getting less. So if you know what I mean, so paying less for less. I saw that I saw that they might remaster or remake the original Tomb Raiders. I've never really played Tomb Raider. I never played the original Tomb Raiders, really. I don't know. I think it's because I'm a massive misogynist and sexist, and I just didn't want to. No, I'm joking. I don't know. There just was never really. I think I played 2 a little bit, maybe, but I don't know.
You're talking about like the new ones, the Crystal Dynamics?
The original.
Oh, the original ones.
No, the new
I never
ones,
liked the original ones. The controls are really weird. It was
like floaty.
Yeah, well, it was weird. Like the dual, like pistol. I don't know. It's just weird. I've had it difficult. They were too hard.
The remakes really good. The first remake was brilliant. I've never got vertigo as bad as when you're climbing in a game, as bad as when you're climbing up that radio tower.
Okay, yeah.
It was truly. I know they done like a high, of a skyscraper or whatnot in Last of Us 2, and that was a little bit like but climbing up that radio tower in the Tomb Raider remaster was vertigo inducing, and I was getting anxious. I was like, oh my god, this is and I started playing 2, the second remake. That was quite good, and I didn't ever got around to the third, but I'm pretty sure it's in my library because it was on PlayStation Plus. There's I don't know, there's a lot of remakes and remasters going on. We need new IPs, or don't even keep the rebooted Tomb Raider and release another one. Tomb Raider 4.
Well, they are, right? That was announced. Just before this got announced, Crystal Dynamics announced that they are working on the next Tomb Raider. They're returning to the franchise. Obviously, they're also helping Initiative, Microsoft Studio, the AAA one that can't make up their own game, make Perfect Dark. So they seem to be quite stretched. And I think we mentioned in the podcast, I thought Microsoft were going to buy them. And obviously, after the failure of Avengers, obviously it was quite clear that Square were quite unhappy with Crystal because at every financial call they mentioned how much money they've lost on that game. And here they are, they have been sold. And everybody else has gone with them.
Is it dead now, Avengers?
Oh, yeah, it's truly dead. They haven't even given you a roadmap for this year. And we're like, obviously, we're in June.
Was they supposed to get She-Hulk? Was that going to be a thing, or?
I think it is actually, and I think it's supposed to come alongside the TV show, series. But they haven't done any announcement or showed anything.
I don't know if you've seen the trailer for She-Hulk TV series. Jesus
the
Christ.
CGI,
the CGI is absolutely dreadful. It's bad. It is absolutely. It's like they just don't care. It's like they're just like the TV shows, the Marvel TV shows. I know I'm going for tangent. Sorry, everyone. The Marvel TV shows have dropped in quality. It's like WandaVision was brilliant, and the last one, Moon Knight, that was pretty bad.
I never even bothered watching it, I have to be honest.
Yeah, it's not great, and you got She-Hulk. It just looks I've said it last time. I'm pretty sure the MCU's kind of dying, and
there's some good little bits here and there.
12 years is it now? 12? No, it might be.
We still need to go watch Doctor Strange, don't we? We haven't even watched
exactly.
That. I completely forgot about it. All right. Yeah, we have to do that.
It's kind of, I think for me, it's floundering. It might not be dead yet, but it's definitely floundering. And I just think people are kind of fatigued, superhero fatigue. We get it. It's, we understand, but that's just me. But back to She-Hulk, man.
Yeah, no, I'm the same. But I think where we've been spoiled with so much good, if it's average, it's crap now. Do you know what I mean? It has to be absolutely incredible or some kind of character you really like a Spider-Man or a Batman. If it's another bit more of an obscure character, it has to be really good. I'm really looking forward to Daredevil coming back.
Yeah, I like that. Yeah, I just hope they make it gritty. Because a lot of the Disney Plus shows, I hope they make it gritty. But I'm not a massive fan of Moon Knight. I've never really read any Moon Knight, so it'd be interesting to hear if people who are fans of Moon Knight, the comic series, because
exactly. Yeah,
I don't know.
Maybe they did, maybe they didn't.
For me, it was just like this story is kind of a bit wishy-washy. Yeah, not really. And the last episode wasn't very long, and it felt really rushed. So,
okay, I've not even watched it. I have to be honest. I never really even heard of Moonlight before they announced they were going to do the TV show. He's a very, very. He's not exactly a big character. No offense to anybody who likes him, but I've not really heard of him. I don't even know what his powers. I couldn't even tell you. I don't even know what he does.
Powers. You've got powers of an Egyptian god.
Okay.
Yeah. So throw knives and that.
He throws
knives shaped like moons. So.
Oh, okay. All right. Fine.
People used to say he was like the Marvel's Batman. That's what they used to say.
Oh, really? He's like Batman. Okay.
Well, I'd say Daredevil was closer to Marvel's Batman, to be fair.
Yeah, you would think so. Yeah, maybe cross between the two.
Yeah.
But Avengers, going back to Avengers, it's done. Although this acquisition, do you think this is a lifeline for Avengers, and then Brace, you think, ooh, we can make some money here, or should we keep this going? Or they're like, no, let's pull the plug.
I think they just pull the plug. Yeah, it's done.
Sure.
They're not going to make much more money on microtransactions, and there's not enough people playing it, I don't think. So, yeah, I think they let it go. It's a shame it had promise. I can't remember. Oh man, that was announced years and years before it got released.
Yeah.
So
yeah, it's died. It's died slowly though. Unlike it could have been worse. Like Platinum's attempt at Babylon's Fall, which I called when I played the little demo. I was like, oh my god. And I played the beta, I was like, wow, this is bad. I hope they've like cut 3/4 of the game out, because if this game's going to really struggle.
Yeah.
And clearly that was the full game, because I think they, who was it? They did like the Steam, like how many people were playing it, and it was one person.
Wow, yeah, Jesus.
That's how bad it's got. One person was playing it.
One person.
And it's only been out for like a month or so. So
yeah, that's
it's dumb.
Yeah.
What a waste of time on Platinum. They're a really good studio as well.
Yeah.
So, well, in my opinion, I really liked Nier, their games and that stuff. They're really good. Related to Crystal Enix is Final Fantasy, and the director of the remake games. So there's going to be an update coming next month. So imagine part two update. So maybe there will be a Sony thing, because that's heavily linked with PlayStation.
Yep.
Still not come to Xbox, although their year timed exclusive has expired like years ago at this point, and yet it's still not on Xbox.
The remake came out because I remember a lot of people was playing it, the remake, during lockdown in 2020. So maybe a couple of years, but that's what's put me off playing the first one. Again, got it in my library because it's in PlayStation Plus. I haven't played it because I didn't know when the second one was going to come out. So that might sound silly to some people, but they want to
no. The first one took so long for them to do.
Yeah,
that you would be a little bit skeptical that they could actually even bother finishing this. Because from what I hear, I've never played the original. Part 1 is like not even a quarter.
Wow. Yeah. So. Yeah, exactly. He's going to be, and if they're going to do them all the same length, they're going to be 4 parts, and it's going to take 20 years for them to come out. And
you really don't want them to rush it as well, because I get why they're taking their time with it, because the amount of love they're putting in it. I wish I was a fan and I've already played it, because this is like a real, like, the detail that they put into each chapter of the beginning and the characters, and I've not even played it, and I can already tell the music. I don't know, it's really well polished, and like attention to detail is really good. So I look forward to part 2, and we'll cover whatever the update is next month. Whatever they tell us.
Yes.
The next news story is about Gotham Knights, the gameplay trailer that was shown a couple of weeks ago now. I was really excited when they announced that they were going to show this, because I have been eagerly anticipating this game. It was probably my top 3 most anticipated games coming this year. I really, really can't wait. I'm a massive Batman fan. I like the Arkham games. I was really looking forward to this, and I feel like Origins is a little bit underrated. So I was hoping that WB Montreal could get a little bit of credit with this.
I really liked Origins. I thought Origins was really good.
Yeah, same. So currently going to be released on the 25th of October this year. Obviously, they've cancelled. The big headline was that they cancelled the last gen versions.
Yeah.
However, like I said at the top of the show, I don't think it looks very next gen. So I don't really get why they would need to cancel it.
Yeah.
Other than they just couldn't get it to work. But go on. It's okay.
When I watched it, it looked a bit, again, it didn't look current gen, maximum potential. It kind of, it did look a bit, I'm going to say the word again, choppy. But it's a time thing. Maybe that's why they cancelled it for the other ones. They're kind of like, we're trying to spread ourselves too thin, try to get it on them and this. That's just, and it's bad because people, when was it? When did they get, like, this year, the PlayStation 5 would have been out for 3 years.
Yeah.
It's crazy that, when did it come out? Did it come out in 2020 or 2019?
This will be year 2.
This will be year 2, sorry.
Yeah.
Oh, it's 2020, sorry. It was year 2, and people are still struggling to get them. It's mad. And I do feel for people who want to play this game. But, like God of War and Horizon, maybe they would have been out sooner, but they did want to put them on the last gen. Now maybe the time, 2 years in, time to stop, just put it out on the current gen. It's.
Oh yeah, I agree. Yeah, I'm obviously got PS5. We both got PS5, so it doesn't affect me. And I was always going to buy the PS5 version anyway. But the only thing that concerns me is, like I said, I don't see why it couldn't run on a PS3.
Yeah.
Let alone a PS4. And that just makes me think, oh, they're struggling. And then when I saw the gameplay, I was thinking, oh, this kind of reminds me a little bit of Avengers.
Yeah.
They're doing some very weird, like the missions. The first mission they showed, where you're holding this base on top of a rooftop, and there's a percentage going down. You're like, oh, we've been doing this type of mission for like years, and then you're chasing a car on a bike, and they're throwing bombs at you, and you got to skip them, and then you do an animation. I feel like Spider-Man did that, like Spider-Man 2 on like PS2 was doing those type of missions where
it definitely had a different feel to the Arkham games. Definitely, the way, like you say, the way the missions are set out, the structure of them. You only saw Red Hood and Nightwing. We didn't see anything of Batman. Not Batman. Sorry, is it Batgirl or Batwoman? I don't know. Batgirl or Robin.
We saw them on the original trailer 2 years ago.
I'd like to see what some of Batgirl stuff. I think that might be pretty cool. But like, and the way they traverse, you got quick travel around Gotham, and Red Hood can teleport because he got brought back from Lazarus Pit, and he can use his soul to. Is that a thing? Is that
Yeah, that's not a thing. They've just
exactly. It's like Nightwing's got like some jet paraglider. That's I'm pretty sure they said Robin had teleportation. He's got a type of teleportation device, and I don't know what Batgirl's got. But they're just kind of like Nightwing, like Red Hood, like, oh, what can we do? Soul jumping. So that sounds great. Yeah.
I feel like that was feedback. I feel like people play testing and were like, traversal's too slow. You need to make a way where they all can get around the map really quickly. And they're like, oh, how can we make it unique for each character to be able to move exactly the same?
Yeah.
Because people might have picked Nightwing and Robbie just because they can move a little bit quicker across the map, or I don't know, but I am a little bit concerned. My expectations have dropped quite a bit after that trailer, which is kind of the opposite. I just don't think they showed it very well. And even like the Call of Owls bit was like, okay, this looks a little bit better when he was inside and he was doing some stealth, but maybe it's just them two. Maybe their gameplay was slow.
Maybe
Red Hood looks really slow when he was punching and grabbing people. I was thinking shooting. It's like a melee game where you're just shooting. It looks like you're just holding a trigger, and it just doesn't look fun to play him at all.
Like the way I mentioned it, he shoots non-lethal rounds. It's like they ain't non-lethal. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's nonsense.
That's like when the Arkham Knight, the cannons from the Batmobile, non-lethal cannon rounds. So not really.
They're rubber bullets. Except for when they're tanks, and then they are lethal.
And then like it could go through someone. You know what I mean? It's just. But it's tempered my expectations a little bit. But we see closer to the day, maybe it will be a lot better. It's just a shame because that one's kind of like, oh, do I want to play it? And even the one made by Rocksteady, Suicide Squad Kills Justice League, I'm just kind of like,
Although now you look at that one in the gate, it looks so much better.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, it looks better. Yeah, but
it does now, like graphically and stuff. It actually does look next gen because it obviously always was going to be just PS5.
Yeah.
Even when you go back and look 2 years ago, maybe it was just because of the weather, because it was a Mr. Freeze mission and he had all the lightning. It looks so much better. Like anybody, go back and watch that 2018 trailer when it's Batgirl. It looks really good. And then you look at this and you're like, it looks like you've gone backwards. Like you've gone backwards a generation, but yet you've only put it on this. I don't know. Maybe it was just a bad trailer. They do have, because I did see on Twitter, because I got invited, they do have like a Q&A Discord thing coming on Wednesday.
Okay.
So if anybody who's listening interested in joining, just go on their Gotham Knights Twitter page and you can just join Discord and ask them some questions. So I'm probably, if I do remember, I don't know what time it'll be. If it's during working hours, I won't be able to, but I will jump on, see what questions have been asked, and report back next week.
Yeah, just go, why does this look so bad? What are you doing?
Yeah, have you got rid of the previous gen so in the next couple of months you can actually make it look better? I don't know. I just think I do think it looks fidelity-wise anyway. I think it just looks a little bit rough, personally. Yeah. And I just don't get what is on it that you could have put on PS4. It's an open world.
Yeah.
And the missions don't, I don't know. I just don't, I don't know. The more I talk about it, the less excited I get about it. Yeah. I'm going to buy it because, like I said, I was really hot on it and I like it, and I will play it and I probably will enjoy it. But I was hoping it to be a really good game. I just don't know if it will be.
Release date, you think confirmed?
You could never tell, can you? But 25th of October, it's a good time. They've got still plenty of time to polish it. It got delayed by an entire year. You would think they were about to make it.
Yeah.
But obviously we just spoke about God of War being the same. That didn't. So we'll have to wait and see. Talking about a game that does look rough and has been delayed ridiculously, we finally got an update about what's going on with Prince of Persia Remake.
Yeah.
That was literally meant to come out January last year.
Yeah.
Ridiculous. So you knew it was in trouble, so much so that Ubisoft had decided to take the project off of Ubisoft Mumbai or whoever it was. I think there's another studio in India, and they've actually given it to their big boy Montreal. So Ubisoft Montreal, that basically does everything.
The big guns are coming.
Yeah, who obviously did the originals, have been given the project to basically fix. And they have now, I think, I can't remember what outlet, I saw it on their website. They basically confirmed that it's no longer aiming to be released by the fiscal year of 2023. So we're looking probably the earliest late next year. It might be coming. They probably need to rework the entire thing. I don't know what they've done to break it.
Yeah.
Because when they announced it in October 2020, right? Yeah, it was during the pandemic of 2020.
Yeah.
It was supposed to come out in January, like literally like a couple of months. Like it was done. Like they just announced it'll be out in a couple of months.
And now it's going to be the back end of 2023.
Yeah, that's ridiculous, right? I don't know what they did to break it. So they've done something. So that's where that game's at.
Metroid Prime got announced back in like 2017 and still not seen anything. And they had to restart that. They had to start that from the beginning again. Start
from scratch. Yeah. Same as like another game that I think Ubisoft, I think it's been like rated, so it could be coming soon, and that's Skull and Bones. I'm pretty sure that had to restart a game because that's taken 8 years.
Yeah.
Like they announced that off the back of like Black Flag and the popularity of the pirate stuff.
Yeah.
I was like, let's make a standalone version of the whole pirate thing. I thought that it was like a cross-gen PS4, PS3 game because I had it on PS3, but then I had it on PS4. And here we are 2 years into PS5 and that game still hasn't come out.
Madness.
I feel like the time's gone for that game anyway. It's like, I feel like it will come and then no one will play it anyway. So if I was Ubisoft, I would be like, just cut your losses with that. But they've gone far enough now. They're going to release it. So
Beyond Good and Evil 2, that's never coming out. Like we said before, the director of that game just retired. So it's just gone.
That's like, ridiculous. That is.
So, Dave, you gonna finish this? So, no, I'm going on holiday. See you later. Yeah, I'm out.
It was that game, and there was another one called Wild, I think, that they announced, and that's just been. I think that might have been canned because they're like, we're not doing that. That's over.
Yeah.
Currently, it's only supposed to be being released on PS4 and Xbox One. There's no announcement of it being on the current gen, as we like to call it now, not next gen. Do you think that will change by the time it comes out? Back end of next year, surely it's got to be a PS5 version and series.
You'd think. But if they're having this much trouble getting on the last gen, then who knows? You know what I mean? So
who knows?
I wouldn't be surprised if they just scrap it. Just the guy in charge just retires again. He does it. He does the same thing. He's like, I'm out. So,
I don't think so. Obviously, they've given it to Montreal, so it's definitely going to come. I don't know if it's because the team doesn't really have the capacity because they're working on their own games.
Yeah,
I believe. Are they the studio that's doing the Splinter Cell thing? Obviously, they're doing Assassin's Creed. They might be working on the new Far Cry. Like they are the Ubisoft studio that are working basically on all their big stuff. To then work on this, they're probably thinking, really? So they might have quite a small team working on it, and that's why it's going to take so long. So I don't know. Talking about Assassin's Creed, it got leaked that the next Assassin's Creed is going to be called Rift. and it's going to be obviously due to be revealed this summer. It's not going to be a fully fledged Assassin's Creed title. It was scheduled to be like a DLC of Valhalla, but it's now decided to go into its own thing, and it's due to be released at the end of this year, maybe the beginning of next. And this is due to because the next big Assassin's Creed, obviously what we discussed before, which is going to be like a live service, which is at this moment in time believed to be called Assassin's Creed Infinity, is not actually going to be arriving until 2024, 2025.
Wow.
So they needed a lot more time to work on that.
Yeah.
And so they decided to just give us
a stopgap.
A little stopgap, yeah. Although I wouldn't mind Assassin's Creed probably be doing some good having a little break.
Yeah.
Them coming every year. So.
Well, it used to be every year, didn't it? Then now it's every 2 years. Valhalla got released in 2020.
Oh, so, yeah, you're right. It's every 2 years. Yeah,
every 2 years. That's how bad they are. It feels like they come out every year. So it's
yeah.
No,
they have definitely they've definitely gone in a different direction. More RPG, more down your route. Although you still never really giving them a go.
They've not really got into it. And I learned an interesting fact about a Viking invasion just down the road from where I live the other day. So, in Malden. Yeah, they invaded Malden, so that was pretty cool.
Fair enough.
Yeah. But yeah, no, I will go back to it. Like I say, with everything, but when is
Valhalla? Yeah, it's going to be on there. I know, obviously, we both bought it, so it makes no difference. I still got it on my PlayStation. I never beat it. It's just they're really long.
Yeah,
and that's why I'm actually looking forward to Infinity, because I feel like them putting all that stuff, but put it into like a seasonal model. It might be like easy to digest, but rather than just like, here's all these things, 200 hours. I'm like, it's a lot. I just don't want that.
I think Ash got quite far. I think he
beat it,
yeah. So fair play to him, but yeah, I just didn't get that. I just didn't. I got to England in the game. I just got to England and I stopped playing. So.
Oh yeah. Well, that is the beginning.
Yeah.
You're not even created your settlement and stuff. Yeah. No. I've probably done, I don't know, a good 50 hours in it, and I'm just nowhere. It's well over 100 hours. People that I know being it have done well over 100. So it's the meaty games. You get your money's worth with those games.
You do, yeah. Yeah, and I'm pretty sure when I bought it, I got the PS5 version, but it was priced at the PS4 version, so I've only got 50 quid.
Yeah.
So yeah, not too shabby back in the day when I bought it, but yeah.
Very cool. Final news story is going to be about Bethesda, and they have confirmed that Starfield and Redfall have been delayed until 2023, the first half to be exact of what they said. And according to Bethesda, it's due to the games needing more polish time.
Yeah, see, here we was assuming that last year when they give us the date for Starfield, it was ready to go, but they was going to use this year to finish polishing it, getting it all up to it, chasing the bugs, making it look nice and shiny, and then this happens. And I think it was a few episodes ago, I said someone who used to work at Bethesda said it looked like crap. The engine they're using is terrible. And then they pull this. They say, "Oh, we're delaying it till next year."
Oh, really? Oh, so, I didn't hear about that. That's interesting.
Yeah, it's I don't know. You don't know if he's disgruntled and he's just bad mouthing it or what. But
maybe
then they come and say, "Oh, it's delayed until the first half." So Q1 or 2. It's a shame because they had, like you say, they had a date set in stone. And they obviously chose the anniversary of Skyrim. It's obvious, but it is a shame. I'm pretty sure Halo 3 got and Halo 2 got released on the 11th of November as well. But that's what they like going for. Remembrance Day. They like to release video games on Remembrance Day for some reason. I don't know why. But
sure.
I was looking forward to playing Starfield. I think my Game Pass has lapsed now. I don't think I have it anymore, but obviously I would have jumped back on to play Starfield because I really wanted to play it. I got my Xbox Series S for Halo and Starfield, basically. I know it's not going to look as good as the Series X, but I've got that, and now he's literally just sitting there doing nothing. So it is a shame.
Well, I'm glad I didn't get my Xbox because it would also be sat there.
You're so close. You're so close.
I was very close to getting a Series X, and I'm kind of glad I didn't because it would literally just be collecting dust right now. I would not have touched it.
Yeah.
I've hardly touched my PlayStation, and that says a lot for me. Let alone playing another console, I wouldn't have touched it at all. I probably wouldn't have touched it at all for this year.
Yeah.
To be fair, I would have probably played Halo when I first got it, and then
after that, there's not really anything anyway. So
there's nothing at all.
You got Game Pass, but they're not. One of the people was saying, well, PlayStation Plus subscription service is going to be as good as Game Pass because they've not got a day one first party releases on there.
Yep.
Well, there's not been any this year. There's not been any day one. Day one big for AAA first party releases on it. So does it matter? It's a shame. I was really looking forward to Starfield, and it looked so promising as well. They was doing their like monthly little into Starfield, like with Todd Howard doing like interviews and talking to the developers, and they're showing a little bit more and more stuff, like some of the companions and that. And then then they delay it, and it's not got a date. And it's just kind of like what happened to Halo. Had a date, delayed. They just really seem to be struggling with their games. They're buying all these studios, and they just can't seem to get any games out. Which is, you look at about the 360 era, all the exclusives was on Xbox. It was massive.
Yep.
But now, I did read that Gears of War 6. Well, they don't even call it Gears of War anymore. Gears 6, sorry, is going into development. What's that going to be? 3-4 years, probably.
Okay. Yep.
Yeah, I don't know.
What's that studio been doing this entire time?
Exactly. I was going to say
Coalition, right?
What have they been doing? Like Gears of War 4. When did Gears of War 4-5 come out in? I was say 2020 again? Maybe during the pandemic.
I have no idea.
I think it did. It did, yeah. So what have they been doing? I just don't get it. I just don't get what's going on over there. Maybe they need someone to shake it up. I don't know.
Potentially, we've said it before when obviously they bought Bethesda, and then Activision was like, oh, well, they're clearly going to win the generation because of the amount of studios they have. And they still may do it just because of the sheer number of studios they have. I guess that's saying it. I guess they do have, because Call of Duty will come out this year. But their management of their studios is so poor.
Yeah.
Like really poor. That is going to be potentially their downfall. And I reckon if Bethesda was still independent, I reckon it releases this year. Because the amount of times they release their games is buggy and not quite well. And they just want to get it out just because they need the money. Because they've obviously got all the cash with Microsoft. They're like, we're 6 months.
Yeah.
We can wait 6 months. It doesn't matter. Let's release it good. Which is great. And obviously everybody's scared of Cyberpunk syndrome, right? If it's not quite working, then everybody's scared of that, and everybody's scared of the backlash that they got. So it's like, we can't release an RPG where it's a little bit all choppy and obviously maybe the state of some of their games they've released in the past have been quite buggy. Like Skyrim was buggy, Fallout's been buggy, and things like that. So I think it's more of we have to release this in a perfect condition rather than risk it.
Mm-hmm.
And I reckon they would have risked it if it wasn't for Cyberpunk and they were still independent.
Yeah, no, definitely. But you can't really. The thing is now you can't really complain because you see how game. You see what Cyberpunk was like when it did come out when it weren't ready. So I'd rather play a finished game than not. So, we'll wait. But again, it's another one on the list. Scratch it off the list for this year.
Yes. Another one that's struggling is obviously, you mentioned it, Halo Infinite.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember watching their announce trailer, or it was like a live stream about what is going to be in season 2, because I was just like intrigued. I was like, I wonder what they've got. Although I haven't played it, I haven't planned to play it anytime soon. And then the first thing they come out and they said, we're obviously not our choice, but we're going to have to extend the season again for 6 months because we just need more time. I was thinking, I'm not playing the game.
Yeah.
And I know it's a bit bare bones. 6-month seasons are rough. Even again, it has a lot of things going on with it. We went for a 6-month season not long ago because Destiny, because Witch Queen got delayed to February. They're not, unless you got some big event in the middle of it, like they did with the anniversary pack in December. They are really hard to keep people interested for that because they're going to be months and months where there's just nothing.
And the player numbers are dropping off anyway. Like people just are not playing it. Big numbers at first, and everyone thought, "Oh, great, this is good. It's going to be great." And then it's just the same. And I haven't played it. I've played the campaign, but yeah, people are just dropping off. Just kind of like they're bored of it. So
you're going to get bored. The seasons are way too long. There's not enough stuff in it. It was already bare bones when it originally launched. It almost came out like in a alpha beta test thing, and let's just add things as we go along. It kind of needs like a really big expansion. All these games that release like this live service type games, within a year, they really do need a big expansion. Yeah. And this is going to be, well, it will be a year after this one basically ends.
Mm-hmm.
And is there going to be one? I don't know. I don't think there is. So it could be in trouble. It could be in trouble because there's a lot of competition in this space.
Yeah, definitely.
And I think just because it's Halo and it's Xbox and Game Pass and that is not like a £70 game, it's done all right.
Yeah.
But I think it will struggle.
Yeah, no. And apparently the Halo TV series goes so far away from the games as well that's pretty bad as well. If you like the games,
really? So. Yeah, I've not even watched it.
I don't think you can even watch it in the UK, if I'm honest with you. I don't think we
can you not?
We can't watch it now, so nah.
Yeah. It will be on something, Amazon or
eventually,
or wherever. All the boys are soon. I can't wait for that. I saw the trailer the other day.
3rd of June, I think it is.
Yeah, can't wait. So good.
The day of my barbecue to celebrate our Majesty the Queen.
Oh, well, I might.
Yeah.
I might be busy.
Put a TV in the garden.
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay, yeah, cool. Sweet. I've not gone back to Halo since I finished the campaign, and I don't think I will anytime soon. So.
All right.
Yeah. Poor old Xbox, just sitting there gathering dust.
Yes. Right. Well, that's it for the long loads of news.
Yes, there was quite a lot this week.
There was a lot. We've caught up. Obviously, we're going to go through. Well, we've mixed it up with the ending of the show. Obviously, we're going to go through game releases again, like what we used to. Brad's going to list some of those. And then we have a new little game that we're going to start playing, which we call Categories, where we basically pick a category and we do a bet of who reckons out of me and Brad who can name the most within 30 seconds.
Yes.
This week, a little hint of what it's going to be. Well, not a hint. I'm literally going to tell you. It's 2018 games that got released in 2018. No particular platform, could be any platform. And we'll see who thinks they can name the most. And if the other person doesn't think they can name them, obviously you go name it. And obviously if they can't do it, I get a point. If he does it, you get 2 points, you reckon? I reckon that's fair. If you can actually do it, maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know. Or maybe get a point. I don't know. No really thought about that. But anyway.
Before that, let me just quickly, I know it's the back end of May now, and these games come out at the beginning of May, but I'm just going to say to you what games come out on PlayStation Plus this month.
Okay, cool. Yeah.
FIFA 22. Has a FIFA ever been on a PlayStation Plus?
No.
No,
I've been playing it.
Something to do with them not having FIFA anymore? Is it
I don't think so. And I was expecting it to be on like the actual list.
Yeah.
And that's why they just put it on Plus early.
Yeah.
I was thinking, oh, okay, that's really cool. Because I'm a huge football fan. And I used to always play like PES back in the day and then FIFA. But I've kind of fallen out of love with football games. They're very, very samey.
Yeah.
But I don't mind playing the latest one every now and again. It's kind of a little bit enjoyable. So if they are on the collection every year, just a little bit late, I'm happy to wait like 6 months just to play the latest one, to be honest with you, and just give it a download. So I have been playing it. I've been enjoying it.
I haven't played a football game since Pro Evo back like years ago, but I have added this to my library. I am going to download it and give it a go.
Yeah, no, do. So, it's actually all right.
Yeah,
it's good.
I'm going to give it a go. The other one, one of the other ones is called Tribes of Midgard. And Tribes of Midgard is an action role-playing survival video game developed by Northvale Games and published by Gearbox Publishing. The game was released for Windows, PlayStation 4 and PlayStation 5 on July 27th, 2021. So
that's what I say, it came out last year.
Yeah, that's Tribes of Midgard. The last one this month is Curse of the Dead Gods. Curse of the Dead Gods is a 2021 roguelike video game developed by Past Tech Games and published by Focus Home Entertainment. The game was released via Early Access in March 2020, although it was released in full in February 21 for Windows, Nintendo Switch, PlayStation 4 and Xbox One. So they are PlayStation Plus games. FIFA 22 is kind of big one, but I feel, and I've seen other people say, if you're into football games, you have it. So it's kind of like mainly maybe for people like me who I wouldn't buy one, but I'll play it. You know,
sure.
I'll play it. I'll take West Ham to a Champions League final. I'll do it. That's what I'll do.
Go for it. Give it a go.
At least the Europa Cup semi-final.
Give it a go. Yeah. Try it. Try it out.
Yes.
They got all the Champions League and all that stuff licensed in the game now, so it's really cool.
Yeah. No, it's good. Yeah. And you'll be like, is your team going to be in the Champions League next season or?
No, not at all.
That wasn't me taking a mick. I didn't know.
I thought he was. I thought you actually, for once, actually had some like football knowledge and was like, oh, yeah, I'm a Man United fan, and we're doing terrible. Our worst season ever in the Premier League history. Our worst season since '89.
But are you fifth? Are you fifth or sixth?
Sixth.
Okay.
We're all playing today. It's the final, as we're recording on the Sunday. It's the final day of the season. And your team, West Ham, if they win and my team loses, you'll go above us.
Oh, okay. I'm invested now. And who we've got Brighton. Are we playing Brighton?
You are playing Brighton, and we're playing Crystal Palace.
Actually, yeah.
We've been terrible. I don't think we're going to win. It just depends. And Brighton's have been good, so you might not win either. So I think we could both just lose today and just leave it as it is. I hope so, because
what is it? You want to go up to Old Trafford next season, don't you?
Yeah, definitely going to do some trips.
Yeah,
up to Old Trafford. Ask a couple of other mates. Everybody of us keep saying yes. So I'm definitely going to be doing a few trips.
Sweet.
As many as I can. And
see how it goes.
Yeah, it'll be fun. You'll enjoy it. It'll be good.
I'll come with you once. Right. Okay. So we've got a list of games here from the May. So from the 22nd today. So today we got releasing Barton Lynch Pro Surfing 2022. Okay. So,
Barton Lynch.
Yeah, I've never heard of it. Don't know what it is.
I don't know what it is, but it's got the year in it, which makes me think it comes out every year.
Maybe.
Like this is the 2022 edition of this. All right.
But it's on PC, Xbox Series X and S, and PlayStation. So
all right.
That's
it's on everything, and it comes out yearly.
Yeah. Right. We've got Floppy Knights, which is a card RPG. And that comes out on the 24th of May. And it's for Apple, Xbox, and PC. So if you like card games, like that. Streets of Rage 4. Action beat 'em up, PlayStation, Xbox, PC, Switch, and that comes out on the 24th as well. So 2 days time. Token Rambo Warriors, May the 24th.
What is that game about?
I don't know. This says action, and it's for the Switch and PC. So it's definitely Japanese. You've got Turnip Boy Commits Tax Evasion. That sounds.
Turnip Boy
commits tax evasion.
Okay, these are getting quite creative.
Yeah, so it's PC, Switch, mobile, and Apple. If I've got to pick one for game of the week so far, it's Turnip Boy. I'm sorry, I'm
for name. I don't know if gameplay and all that holds up. I can't even picture what type of game. It's an adventure game.
Action adventure, yeah.
And he's running away from paying his tax.
Yeah, I know that feeling. Hey,
tax evader. Yeah.
I know that feeling. And then you've got Voodoo Detective as an action point and click, and that also comes out on the 24th. It's a very busy day, the 24th.
All right.
And that's on mobile and Apple. And that is a adventure point and click. Catalyst Black Shooter, May 25th, 2022. Apple and mobile. So these it looks like that most of them mobile games. Roller Champions, Action Sports, PC, PlayStation, X and S, Series X and S, and that comes out on the 25th.
Okay.
There's a lot of games this week.
As you're naming all these, I'm trying to work out what type of game it is, and I just can't work out what half of these games are.
Yeah. Maybe I won't go through them all because it's a little bit boring for people. Sniper Elite 5 shooter. Obviously we know what Sniper Elite. I've never played a Sniper Elite. I've got a few in my library.
I've not even heard of it.
Have you not? It's like World War II where you play as a sniper, and like it goes. slow motion and it does like an X-ray of the person you're shooting. You see all their organs explode.
I have. I didn't realize it was called that. Okay,
that's coming out on the 26th of May, and that's for PC, Series X and S, Xbox One, and PlayStation.
Yeah, fair enough.
I'll do one more for this week, and I'm going to go for My Little Pony: A Maritime Bay Adventure. Okay, that's the one I've gone for because I am. Don't know if you know this, Reece. I'm actually a brony. So,
brony. What's a brony?
A brony is like a fan of My Little Pony, like grown. Like I think it's a majority adults who are fans of My Little Pony. They're called.
I'm concerned about you.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna say, and that's coming out on Switch, PlayStation, and Xbox, and PC. I'll do one more because this is retro. So the last game I'll mention, I've lost it. It's gone. No, maybe I won't do it because it's there you go. Pac-Man Museum Plus as an action. So I don't know if it's a collection.
An 14... action game, Pac-Man action game. That's
it just says 14 games included. I think it's just a bundle of all Pac-Man games, and that's on PC, Switch, Xbox, and PlayStation.
Out of the genre of Pac-Man, I don't know if I would call it action. But
no, I wouldn't. No, but
yeah,
that's what they've gone for. So, but yeah, that's that week. My game of the week is Turnip Boy Commits Tax Evasion. That is definitely my.
It's definitely the best game. Yeah, I can't disagree with that. I can't disagree with that at all.
But, yeah, brilliant.
Okay, on to the important stuff. Which is the game this week, which is going to be categories. Like I said earlier, it's 2018 games for any platform. We have 30 seconds. How many do you think you can name, Brad?
I can definitely do 3, but
okay.
I'm trying to think when another one came out, and I'm trying to think when it came out. I'm trying to think if it was 2000. I'm going to go 4.
You reckon you can do 4?
I'm going to do 4.
I feel like I could do 4.
Okay.
I can do 5.
Okay. All right. You do your 5 then.
Okay. Damn. Are we should have thought about how we're going to time this 30 seconds. Have you got your phone?
Yeah, let me get my little timer up for you. So 5 in 30 seconds. Okay. Starting now.
God of War.
Yep.
Spider-Man. Red Dead Redemption 2.
Yep.
Pokemon Sword and Shield. Did that come out then, I feel? I don't know. That's what the one I thought it was. Concrete Genie. I feel like it did.
Maybe.
And we have to look it up. And cheaty one. FIFA 19.
Oh, you can't go FIFA. Well, that's your 30 seconds up. So we know from a fact that Red Dead Redemption 2, Spider-Man, and God of War come out in 2018. So that's your 3. Now, Pokemon Sword and Shield, I'm pretty sure come out in 2019 because I remember playing it just before the pandemic. So let me look at this for you. Pokemon Sword release date. So here we go. That come out on 2019. Yeah.
Damn. So okay, I lost that one.
Okay, so Concrete Genie, really good game by the way. Release date. So Concrete Genie come out on the 8th of October 2019.
Oh, what?
Yeah, so you got 2019s on there.
All right, and then, I lost it then, didn't I?
Yeah, you've got FIFA 19 you would have had, but that's a little bit of a.
Well, that was in 4 anyway. I never got the 5th.
Do I just win anyway?
What was your 4th one?
I'm just checking now to see if it was right. It's Mario Odyssey. Because I know.
No, that was 2017 with Zelda.
No, it didn't come out. No, so it didn't come out with Zelda. It did come out in 2017, but it wasn't to the back end, 27th of October. Because I remember it got delayed a little bit. So Zelda come out with the launch with Mario Kart.
Oh
Mario
yeah, I
Odyssey.
didn't mean to get. Yeah, I meant the same year. Sorry.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So mine was God of War, Red Dead.
Because I remember them two competing for like Game of the Year.
Yeah. So I had
Horizon.
3 of yours. Yeah, and you slipped up with Pokemon and Concrete Junior, I'm afraid. So
what? Let's have a look just for the fun of it. Just put games that got released in 2018.
Yeah, go on. Yeah, because
there's probably some really big ones that will completely miss.
Yeah, people might be shouting at their phones or
screaming at us that we can only do. All right, so Smash Bros, Monster Hunter World, Celeste, Far Cry 5.
Far Cry 5, yeah.
Detroit Become Human.
Fallout 76.
The calls. Why didn't I go for Assassin's Creed? Assassin's Creed Odyssey.
Fallout 76.
Hollow Knight, Dead Cells.
Shadow of the Tomb Raider.
Yeah, Bayonetta 2, Sea of Thieves.
Oh, well.
There's plenty to choose from.
Yeah, but well done to me because I won that. So thank you everyone.
Yeah, I'll go.
Yeah,
over ambitious with 5.
5. I'll do 20. Yeah, so
you would think it would be a lot easier than it is. Like name 5 games.
I was 3 months off with my Mario Odyssey, so that was
Well, I was a year out with 2 of mine. So
yeah, yeah. But well, that's it for this week. I think.
Yeah, it is. Thank you for listening. Obviously, we're back.
If you come back and watching, listening, and whatnot. We took a little break. But we should be back at weekly now. So, feel it's spring, nearly summer now. So you got the sun shining. What's better than sitting in, a stuffy room because you can't have the windows open because your dogs will bark doing a podcast? What's better than that?
That sounds great. Sounds ideal.
That's really good. So if you want to follow us on our social media, we've got at PT Players Pod on Instagram and Twitter. Our Facebook page is the Part-Time Players Podcast. We've got the Part-Time Players Pod on YouTube, where you can subscribe. If you do watch it on YouTube, please subscribe and like and hit the bell and all that other gubbins, because it does help. And our algorithm, like as Reece said earlier on, is dead. I'm in charge of the Instagram. Reece predominantly does Twitter. We aim to post. I
haven't touched it for a long time, but I'll try to.
I haven't either, but I'm going to resurrect it.
Sure.
But we're back. We're aiming to put some stuff on there. So follow us, like us wherever you are. If you listen to Apple Podcast, please leave a review, even if it's just good. Even if there's one word, good, 5-star. You can review us on Spotify now as well. But we're all over the show. We're all over the gaff.
We are.
But, thank you. And if you listen, thank you for coming back. And
Thank you. And until next week. Bye-bye.